Once a narcissist does this, they are done with you for good. Does the narcissist really care about other people besides themselves? It's a question with huge implications. Even though a narcissist might show some signs of care, their love is not at all normal or common. When it's time for them to move on, they leave a destructive trail behind, leaving behind a haunting emptiness where there used to be a close tie. The main problem is that they have trouble being close to each other. For us, making and keeping close relationships is a basic human need. Narcissists, on the other hand, live their lives filled with anger, hatred, and hostility, so the idea of love is completely foreign to them. Surprisingly, narcissists naturally want to take advantage of people who value love, compassion, and acceptance. There is no surprise that there are more and more selfish people in the world. How did these emotionally messed up people come to be? The answer lies in their rough childhood, which was marked by trauma, abandonment, and lack of social support. In order to stay alive, they have to toughen up, which makes them more twisted and cruel than they were before. People, hold on to your hats, because there's more. Have you ever had the strange experience of a narcissist following your every move? You read that right. They copy every quirk and taste. In a healthy relationship, each person's uniqueness is valued. But when you're with a narcissist, you're looking at a copy of yourself. It will make you wonder if you accidentally turned into a copy of yourself. That being said, this feeling of closeness doesn't last long. The mask will eventually fall off, revealing their real selves, flaws and all. Keep an eye out. Watch out for this scary sign, because it means their true unfiltered self is starting to take over their whole being. One question is why narcissists are so bad at making real bonds with other people. The simple truth is that intimacy is an existential danger to their angry, hateful life. As soon as they feel a break in the connection, they snap and let out their pathological need to hurt you. This terrible situation creates a dangerous trauma bond that makes you doubt their love and wonder if it's real. However, be careful not to let this horrible person fool you, because they could never really love someone. Remembering this will keep you from getting stuck in a bad loop of looking for love from people who couldn't give it to you. As a thief, the narcissist is always looking for someone new to get their next fix. This loop goes against what most people think about how healthy people look for love and connection. It's easy to think of all narcissists as the embodiment of evil. But such a simplistic point of view is useless and doesn't help find an answer. By calling them devils, we unintentionally fall into their trap of calling us bad people, which gives them a reason to treat us badly. We need a more complex view that looks at our unhealthy ways of looking for love and our tendencies toward codependency, along with taking responsibility for what we do. Being honest about the fact that the close relationship we thought we had with the narcissist was a lie is a very tough pill to take. It's like we woke up from a happy dream to find that things were very different from what we thought they were. Even though there were warning signs right in front of our eyes, we were too caught up in our love to see the truth. Luckily, a deep look inside ourselves can help us figure out why we are so drawn to these people. By getting to know ourselves better and taking responsibility for our deeds, we can find real relationships with people who can love us back. While it's easy to blame others for our problems, we need to turn our attention inward if we want to break free from the never-ending circle of bad relationships. No matter how strange it is to deal with narcissists, blaming them only makes us complicit in their bad behavior. We can start to break free from the trauma bonds that hold us back by recognizing our need for personal growth and seeking out real relationships. Watch out for the time when their love turns into hate and anger. By then, my friend, they will have already moved on to the next person they want to hurt. Don't forget that you are not the only one going through this. We can get help and think about ourselves to break free from the chains of stress and start living a life that truly fulfills us. Join me today in taking the first step toward a happy life full of good things and real connections. Until we meet again, may your journey be one of healing and growth. When empaths want revenge, this is the cruel way empaths do to narcissists. Hey everyone, welcome. Glad you could join us. I look forward to hearing your thoughts. Today, I'm going to talk about the 10 things that damaging narcissists do that drive empaths crazy. Before I get into the juicy details, I want to make it clear that the information I'm about to give is only for people who are dealing with emotional abusers who hurt and hurt others. It's not meant for people who are dealing with dangerous or possibly violent people. If you find yourself in this situation, put your safety first and get help right away from medical workers, the police, or other reliable authorities. Do not put your or your loved one's safety at risk. Now that we've got that important point across, let's get down to business. You are about to learn the things that will make your narcissist extremely upset. Write down everything you need to know as I go over it. But wait, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell before we move on to the next plan. This way, you will get weekly updates with more great tips to make your life better. First, try not to get stuck in the middle of their fights. Narcissists love chaos, drama, and being able to easily show how much they hate and feel guilty about themselves. They use their victims as emotional punching bags, and the hits they land can hurt. But what if you don't want to get involved in their fights or react personally to the things they say, like attacks, criticism, or projections? How about just giving them a blank stare? You become less of an easy target if you don't get caught up in their harmful web. The narcissist will feel angry and powerless because they can't change or control you anymore, which is good for you. They won't be able to get their negative feelings out because their attempts to hurt your feelings will fail. Number 2, no care for their problems. Have you ever come across someone who was so caught up in their own issues, lies, and fights that you have to wake them up? That's exactly how a narcissist goes about their life. They use different strategies to change how you see them because they want respect, control, and a position of power. But what if you don't care and act like it? What if you show them that their false views don't change the way you think, feel, or act? Just picture how confused they will be when they realize how little you care about them. Just think about how angry they will be when they can't change your mood anymore. When you are focused on living your life, reaching your goals, being happy, and taking care of your own business, they lose control over you and become crazy. So, show them that their problems, their efforts to get you to care about them, and any other tricks they use don't matter much to you. Number 3, show them to other people. Narcissists are very good at tricking people into believing what they want them to believe and making themselves look good. What if, though, their carefully crafted image fell apart in front of a crowd? What if you told them they were lying, exaggerating, or really not very good at what they do? Imagine the fear that flashes through their eyes when they are directly asked a question, and how they can't answer without giving away who they really are. Think about how upset they are when their flaws or mistakes are shown to everyone. In this way, you take away their power over you and show them as they really are. You and everyone else can no longer be fooled or tricked by them because everyone can see their real character. So, don't be afraid to talk to them directly. Show them what they're really like in public and refuse to put up with their lies and schemes. Don't back down. Let them know you can see through their tricks and lies. Number 4, let them know who they really are. What would happen if you stopped believing their complicated web of lies and told them who they really were? What if you weren't going to believe their lies and let them control you any longer. You are basically telling them, I see through your lies and manipulative tactics. When you question their feelings and personal stories, you show that you won't let them trick you and that you can figure out what they really want. But how are you going to do this? When you hear a narcissist talking badly about someone or making up a story to make you feel sorry for them, don't be afraid to question their story and let them know that you will not let their lies go unchecked. Their game is thrown off because you are no longer playing, leaving them unsure of how to move forward. Number 5. Show that you don't respect them. What would happen if you treated them badly the way they treat you badly? What if you ignored them and made them feel like they didn't matter? Being rude and disrespectful to narcissists is a strong way to get back at them. By acting the same way they do, you show that you will no longer let them control or hurt you. You will no longer put up with their complaints or judgments. But how are you going to do this? First, don't let them take over the talk or make you feel bad about yourself. Stay strong and don't back down from challenges. Let them know that you won't stand for their selfish behavior and that their attempts to scare you will no longer work. Number 6. Ignore the fact that they exist. Say you laughed or gave them a look that said, "You can't be serious," in response to their attempts to trick you. Not paying attention to them can weaken them. You are not giving them the attention and respect they want by not taking their selfish behavior seriously. Their lies and tricks have no effect on you because you show them that. Do so carefully, though, and watch how they respond. When they make up complicated details and add to their stories, they might lose it when their efforts to trick others don't work. Number 7. Being completely honest. Narcissists have a weak sense of who they are and are great at controlling other people. What if you told them the truth, no matter how painful it was? What if you told them without fear what they really needed to hear, even if it wasn't what they wanted to hear? Being brutally honest with narcissists is a strong way to find out what kind of person they are. You might see them fall apart when you tell them the cold, hard truth. Narcissists don't like hearing facts that hurt their inflated sense of self-importance, especially when those facts go against what they think about themselves. Be brave and say what other people might be afraid to say. Watch as their act falls apart when they are faced with the results of their deeds. Number 8. Completely turning off. Narcissists get pleasure from making up a false sense of who they are. But what if you saw past their facade and found out how weak, meaningless, and useless they really are? By breaking through their veil of fantasy, you can take away their power. When you see how weak they really are and how empty their own sense of worth is, the game is over for them. They know that you can see through their act, which makes them look weak. They can't keep up the act that everything is okay any longer. Number 9. Not caring. Ignoring that they exist can be a very effective way to make narcissists weak. You're giving them the fuel they need for their ego by not paying attention to them. This can drive them crazy and keep them from getting the approval they need so badly at the same time. It is worth the work, even though it is hard. Even if the quiet is unbearable, it is important to keep going. Believe me, the option is much harder than putting up with their attempts to control you. Don't pay attention to what they want, and watch as their power slowly fades. Number 10. Get up and walk away. If you give up on them and walk away, it means that you are no longer connected to them in any way. It says, "You don't matter anymore, and I don't care." It means taking your attention, energy, care, and worry off of their narcissistic supply. It means you don't want to talk to them anymore. I know this isn't a game or an easy job. I agree that it's not as easy as it sounds. But trust me when I say it is possible and very important for your health. I hope this conversation has taught you something useful. If it helped you, please consider clicking like and sharing the most important thing you learned. Also, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to be notified when new videos come out all week. Remember what you're worth and how to set yourself free. Thanks for watching. See you in the next movie.